Hi everyone. So today I would like to explain chapter 19 entitled Listening from the Practice of English Language Teaching by Jeremy Harmer. So let's get started. Skills and strategies. We use top-down to describe an approach where the students first attempt to understand the overall general meaning of what they are listening or reading. How then can we approach this task? First is using prediction. This will be greatly help if we give them a chance to predict what the students are going to hear so that they can get in the mood for it and so they can activate their schemata. And then getting the general idea. One of the ways of increasing our students' listening confidence is to ask them just to try to identify the general idea of what is being said. And the main purpose, and this is going to be the main purpose of the communication. And then maintaining attention. Students need to maintain their focus as they listen, even when the words are rushing part and they are struggling to keep up. And then multiple listening. If students are to improve their listening skills, they should have the opportunity to listen to the same things as often as it feasible. And then working together. It is important to allow students to work together to discuss what they have just listened to. And then bottom up listening. Processing happens when listeners concentrate on understanding individual words as a way of understanding the whole. This is a number of ways to help our students recognize different sounds. The first is a dictation. We can dictate sentences which have features that we want our students to get used to. They have to write down the sentences they hear. And then micro listening. It is also useful for them to listen to small phrases and elements that cause them problems in order to help them become better at bottom-up processing. And then audio concordance and other helpful recordings. We can use recording software such as Audacity to record short sentences and then by cutting and pasting, have them repeated again and again on the audio track. The students will then experience a kind of listening trail. And then a narrow listening. We can have our students listen to a number of short listening texts on the same time or topic or in the same genre. And then the last is transcript. This is going to be an effective way of helping our students to allow them to read transcripts of what they will listen to or have listened to. And then live listening or recorded listening. If students really want to get better at listening, we will need to listen to a lot of text. We will not have time to them to do enough of this in class. So clearly, they will need to do some of it on their own. Uh, and then about a popular way of ensuring genuine communication is live listening, and where the teacher and or visitors to the class talk to the students. Live listening can take the following forms. The first is reading aloud. This allows the students to hear a clear spoken version of written text and can be extremely enjoyable if the teacher is prepared to read with expression and passion. And then storytelling. The students can be asked to predict what is coming next, to describe the people in the story or pass comment on it in some other way. And then interviews and conversations. Students listen keenly for answers they themselves have asked for, much more so than for answers to other people's questions, which they have been asked to adopt. And then uh, many teachers use pre-record audio material when they want their students to practice listening skills. And then the advantage of pre-record audio, the first is different voices. Without pre-record material, the students will only hear teacher's voice. And then availability. Pre-record listening material is readily available everywhere. Most teaching materials include audio tracks. And then repetition. The great advantage of the recorded material over live listening, of course, is that you can play it again and again. and then specially produced materials. There is a wide variety of audio material which has been designed especially for students of English as a foreign and a second language. And then transcript. Transcripts are available for a lot of specially made audio, and studying this in conjunction with listening to the audio itself can be extremely useful. And then for disadvantage of pre-recorded audio, acoustic. In big classroom with poor acoustic, the audibility of recorded material often gives cause for concern. Altogether, in classroom where one only one audio track is being played, everyone has to listen at the same speed dictated by the recording, not by the listener. And then interactions. Students can interact with speakers on an audio track in the way that they can in face-to-face conversation, and they can see the speakers either unless they are watching video, and it's unnatural. Having a group of people sitting around all listening and all the same time to audio material coming from speakers doesn't reflect typical of everyday listening behavior. And then using film and video. All of the following viewing and listening techniques are designed to awaken the student's curiosity through prediction, and these are the example. Silent viewing for language. The teacher plays the film extract at normal speed but without the sound. The students have to guess what the characters are saying. And then silent viewing for music. The same technique can be used with music. The teacher shows a sequence without sounds and asks the students to say what kind of music they would put behind it and why. And then freeze frame. At any stage during a video sequence, we can freeze the picture, stopping the participant dead in their tracks. And then partial viewing. One way of arousing the students' curiosity is to allow them only a partial view of the pictures on the screen. And then fast forward. The teacher presses the play button and then fast forwards the DVD or video so that the shots pass silently and at great speed, taking only a few seconds. And listening and film sequences. This is gonna be the example of practicing listening. And okay, so where possible, teachers can bring visitors into the class and to talk to the students or be interviewed by them. Although the students may be especially interested in visitors if they are native speakers of the language. There is no reason why they should not include any competent English speakers. And then the sound of music. A piece of music can change the atmosphere in a classroom or prepare students for a new activity. It can amuse and entertain, and it can make a satisfactory connection between the word of leisure and the word of learning in the classroom. Some teachers, for example, like to put music on in the background to make the students more relaxed about speaking or to help them write creatively. In class, therefore, we can play film music and get our students to say what kind of film they think it comes from. We can get them to listen to music which describes people and uh, they describe people they are, and they can write stories based on the mood of the music they hear. Okay, so that's all about chapter 19. Thank you for your attention and see you.